Hey everybody, Matthew Josh here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to the first of a series of 4 battle reports in Fallout Factions, Nuka World specifically. I am hyped to play this game because both Josh and I are huge fans of Fallout.
I've been waiting for this one for a long time.
Yes, we both played Fallout 4. Yes. You actually haven't played the Nuka World
I didn't play the Nuka World expansion yet.
Yeah, so this is all brand new. So Fallout Factions is a tabletop skirmish game that Modiphius has put out. Now, it might be confusing because they've put out one in the past called Fallout Wasteland Warfare. This is not that at all, like not in the least. So if you liked it or didn't like that one, doesn't matter because this is something new. And this allows you right now with the rule book that has just come out to play one of 4 factions, the Brotherhood of Steel, the Raiders, Scavengers, and Super Mutants. But the starter set, which is a fantastic starter set, Nuka World, actually dives down deeper and has you play one of the Raider factions from Nuka World. It comes with the operators and with the pack, and I'll be playing the operators and Josh will be playing the pack. It comes with 10 minis on each with a bunch of options. It comes with dice, measuring tapes. It even comes with some actually pretty cool looking terrain, a mat to play it on, a rule book to play it all in, filled with a campaign that looks like a lot of fun. And I can't wait to show you.
We play and call it work.
I will be taking on the part of the Operators gang I've called the Black Ledger. The Operators are known for being more well-funded than the other gangs. That is kind of their advantage, if you want to say it. It's not that they have more money, it's just more the equipment they have access to and some of the ploys, which are once per game abilities that each of the gangs can do. It is going to be led by Reeve Malone. He is a champion. So basically, your gang is made up of champions and grunts, I guess you would call them. And for every champion, you can bring up to 5 grunts. Some grunts are cheaper than others. In the case of these ones, we have what are called wasters. And you can't have more than half your grunts be wasters because they're just too cheap and you'd be able to spam too much. You can clearly feel the Necromunda vibes in that. And I'll just keep referencing that because I love the fact that we have that influence coming into this. And so we got Reeve Malone as the boss and a champion. And then we have Dusty Graves with the missile launcher, also a champion. And we've got one more champion, Maya Crow. She's got a combat shotgun. And then we've got a bunch of who cares, psychos, scavers, and wasters. They all have names and they have weapons, but I'm not really going to tell you them until they earn any reputation and deserve to be labeled. So all these men and women with their various gear and suits and armor and all that kind of stuff are going to have to earn their place in the wasteland.
Over here we have the Wasteland Vulture, so I'm playing the pack. Leading the force up front, I've got Ruckus, who is my alpha, armed with a 10mm pistol and a Deathclaw gauntlet. I have Janko, who is one of the top dogs with a flamer, and then Vex, the other top dog, with a sledgehammer and Predator grenades. Same as Matthew, I've got a whole bunch of Psycho Scavers and a couple Wasters, but I won't bore you with the details of them, unless they do something cool.
In the starter box rulebook, you fight over Nuka World. You play one of the different gangs that are trying to get control over the various parts of this theme park, which is much like Disneyland, but for Nuka-Cola. And there's all sorts of locations. Now, in our 4 games, we're not really gonna be able to see what this entire thing is like. I doubt that we'll even really get past the first of 3 tiers that your warband can basically advance through. But we're still gonna do it just as is, so we get a sense of the progress that you can make in about 4 games. Because this is our first game together, we have to play the first scenario called Skirmish. It's pretty straightforward. The attacker and defender set up on opposite table corners, 15 inches away from that corner. Now the mission is pretty simple. We're going to be putting 5 search tokens across the battlefield that we can use to find caps and chems, but really the scenario is just to try to take out the other gang. You get 2 points for taking out an enemy, 3 if they're a champion, and 1 if they ran away rather than were incapacitated. And then the winner is going to get some extra caps. Because this is our first game, we'll both then choose a location to start to control and make our home turf, and we are going to be skipping any possible wounds that we would acquire in this one. according to the rules of the scenario. Josh has a lower reputation than me, as we all know.
Wow. That's harsh, dude. That's harsh.
And so he technically is the attacker. He's only the reason he has lower reputation is because he had a few caps he didn't spend. I spent exactly my 250 starting limit, and I think you did what, 244?
It was 244, yeah.
Yeah, and so that just means you're the attacker, which means you always go first. It is alternate activation, as we will see, kind of. It does have some ways to work with that, which is kind of fun. So we are deployed and ready to go. We've got our 5 stash markers around. You spend an action basically to search them either for chems or for caps and parts. Caps to buy new things, parts to upgrade existing guns, which is a lot of fun. But other than that, we're ready to go. Just jump right into your first activation.
First activation here, I'm going to have Vex up front with the sledgehammer go, and I'm going to get moving. I'm going to use that to get this whole blob into, breaking line of sight.
So as you do that, I'll explain how this all works. So basically, when you activate a model, you can do 1 or more actions. You don't have to do all of your actions. Essentially, when you do an action, you fatigue somebody. And if they're already fatigued, they become exhausted. So in other words, you get 2 actions. Now, the reason, though, it's kind of like that is that you can manipulate the whole fatigue system. Some weapons will actually cause fatigue. In other words, you lose actions. But what he's decided to do here is move. So he's fatiguing this guy to move. But when you get moving, you can have any number of models which are in your control area, which is a number of inches equal to your charisma, and his is 5, so 5 inches. And they can also move, which will fatigue each of them. But they don't get to take another action, which means when they go next, they'll only have 1 action to do. But his leader could choose to do another action if he so desires.
It's not the leader, but...
Oh, sorry.
He's
one of your
champions. He's one of the top dogs.
Are you going to do a second action?
I think I'm just going to go ahead and pass.
Yeah, because he's got grenades. He wants me to get a little closer, right?
Indeed.
What's the range of the grenade? Is it 8 inches?
Don't worry about it. It's 8 inches.
8 inches. Yeah, I don't want to get a group of guys close to that. I'm going to activate Dusty Graves back here and fatigue him just to fire. So one interesting thing about this is that you could fatigue, fire, and then pass. And then on your next turn, for that same model, you could fire again. But the missile launcher has the slow trait, which says that it can only fire once per round. Whereas some weapons, like a lot of pistols, have the fast trait, which actually lets them, if you want to, and you have 2 actions, you could fire them in the same turn. You don't have to wait in the same round. So we're going to start off, we're going to show you how firing works, even though I'm going to technically use a little more complicated of a weapon. So I'm going to fire from the missile launcher, and I either choose a point or I choose a piece of terrain. And I'll choose, obviously, this piece of terrain right here, which is in my range. This has an area of 3 inches, so everything within 3 inches is going to suffer what I'm about to do. So the missile launcher is 6S. What that means is it's 6 dice, and we're testing for strength. My strength is 4. So I'll be looking to roll 4 or less on d10s. So we have 6 dice here, but I replace a number of dice equal to my luck, which in this case is 2. And so I replace 2 of those with luck dice. Now the luck dice have 2 purposes. If they succeed, then the critical effect, if there is one, takes place. And also if they succeed, they explode. In other words, you get to roll another die and try to get more successes. The number of successes I get is going to determine how badly I hurt them. Now, I'm not likely to kill either of these 2 because they're not yet injured or hurt at all. So we're going to roll all 6 dice. We're looking for 4s or less. Symbols are 1s because we're looking for low. And so we got, that's good. Well, this is actually a pretty bad roll. We only got 2 successes, but one of those, thankfully, is the critical. So I get to roll 1 more die. In this case, it's not going to matter. I already know this just because I know his endurance is high enough. So we got 2 successes in total. So the next thing we do, in this case, because it's an area weapon, it's going to hit both of them. And what we do is we compare the number of successes to their endurance. Josh, what is the endurance of your little grunts?
The endurance on them is 4.
So since I got less than their endurance, they suffer a harm. If I got equal to or higher than their endurance, they would suffer an injury, which would decrease their hit points. Now, most of the guys on the table have 1 hit point, except for champions and the leader, who have 2 and 3 for those as well. So they'll each suffer a harm, which we'll mark with this. Now, harm does a few things, but primarily it says that whenever they're attacked the next time, that's how many extra dice we get to roll. And if they already have 3 harm and they suffer another harm, then they would actually suffer an injury, which in the case of these guys would kill them. Now, the critical effect of the missile launcher is called maim, which is after we're done, they take another harm. So immediately both of these guys are subject to 2 harm. But other than that, that is the end of that shot. There's not really anything else for him to do yet, and so I'm just not going to finish his act, or not going to do his second action.
I'm going to have Grits go now, and I'm going to hop down off of this. I've got a high enough agility that it's not going to penalize me any further, so it's 2 inches to get down, and then he's just taking off over this way.
So whenever you just move 8 inches. If you want to spend both of your actions, then you can hurry, and that's a 12-inch move instead.
I'm also going to use that to get, this is Vera. He's going to be doing much the same thing.
So basically, his control area, they were next to each other, so even if he only had 1 charisma, it would be enough to get them where they wanted to go. Is he going to take a second action?
I likely will. Going to go for a recuperate, which allows me to recover 2 harm.
So that is one of the actions. Just remove 2 harm. So you can see that even though he's only activated twice, we have a lot of fatigue tokens everywhere. So it's not exactly alternate activation. It's a little more complex than that, which I like. I'm going to activate Cole Mercer, one of my psychos with a bat and a pistol. He's going to move up as his first action, and then I'm going to rummage as my second action. When you rummage, you roll 2 dice, and then you get to pick either to find chems or to find caps and parts. But you can decide that after you roll. So I rolled a 9 and a 5, so I could choose to add them together and pick 1 chem that is worth that or less. So you can see the list of regular chems here. So from Rad-X to Mentats and Buff Out to Jet. If I had rolled at least 18, I could also just choose a rare chem, which is not on that list, but I didn't. Or I can choose to find caps and parts. If I choose to find caps and parts, then the higher die is the caps and the lower die is the parts. And you use caps to buy new guys and you use parts to upgrade their gear. I think in this case, I'm gonna find caps and parts because regular chems go away at the end of the game. If I had found like a rare one, that one can stick around. So I'm gonna find 9 caps and 5 parts. If either of the rolls were a 10, we would flip it over and make it a radiation token, which is a 3-inch aura of -1 endurance. Either way, that does not stay.
We're going to have the Nameless Waster go. I'm moving up, and I'm going to do a little bit of rummaging.
Hey, that was closer to my side. Actually, it's not really. So you're gonna roll 2 dice. You don't decide yet what you're doing. You roll.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's 12. So you could find a chem worth 12 or less, or you could find 10 caps and 2 parts.
I think we're gonna do 10 caps and 2 parts.
Okay. Either way, though, this does become radioactive. So it's a 3-inch aura of -1 endurance, and they do stack if you have multiples. Bryn Dalton, one of my wasters, don't care about her, so we're just gonna have her run forward. Not run, just move. Running would be
get moving. You mean?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna search. Big whammies, double 9. That's a 1. So I can find a chem. You know, I'm just gonna go for caps and parts because I just don't care about the chems right now.
Other Nameless Waster, do much the same.
Yeah, you wanna
Search.
You want to get stuff early.
Ready?
Big whammy?
Oh, I'm so good at this.
Not quite. So what are you going for? Caps and parts or chems?
I think we'll go for caps and parts again.
Reeve Malone, my leader, is going to just move to here so they can see your top dog with the really scary grenade. And I'm going to fire my plasma pistol at him. Plasma pistol is 4 dice. I've got 3 luck on him, so 3 of them are going to be luck dice. And it's an agility test, so I need 5s or less. Would really like to get 4 successes because that'll injure your champion. But I just roll really poorly instead, and I get 1. I didn't even get any of the criticals. Now the critical effect wouldn't matter just because of what it is, but you do take a harm. So be harmed.
Vera will go, and I will exhaust myself and shake this harm.
Just trying to get rid of all the work that I did, eh?
Yep, that's the idea.
Rila with the marksman rifle is just going to move to here as well, and we're going to take another pot shot.
Leave him alone!
No. So marksman rifle is only 2 dice. It has a rule called aim. So if I gave up an action, I could add 3 more dice to this. And so it's meant to be a weapon that you stand still and fire. But you do have a harm on you, which means I get to add 1 more die. And then she's got a luck of 2. So we're gonna do that. We're just looking to just get 1 more injury on you, but really I want one of the criticals because she has suppress, and suppress can get rid of your actions. It can cause fatigue. We need perception, which is 4. Oh.
How'd you do?
I failed. Now it's my first complete and utter failure. So my crew gets a bonus experience. Once per game when you fail, you get an XP.
Nice. Snarls will go, and just gonna start making my way up over this way, I suppose.
Are you gonna hurry or just move?
Just move.
I guess if you move, wait, and then move again.
Oh no, I gotta go over this way because there's radiation there.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't go to the radiation. Don't go to the green glow.
Unless you're a ghoul. In which case,
Yeah, well.
daze and bathe in the green. Or in our Children of Adam, right?
Either of those, I am not.
I will activate Maya with the combat shotgun. She's my other champion. We're going to move over here. I've already pre-measured
You
all this.
fool.
I know, I fell into your ploy. So I'm going to now fire at your little scabber right here, whatever.
My nameless waster?
Your waster. Combat shotgun does 4 dice, but you are out in the open. So cover doesn't help you.
It doesn't reduce the amount of
being out in the
damage.
open hurts you. So cover does help you, obviously. And I got 2 luck. And the combat shotgun is a perception, which she is perception 6.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Not bad. And it's maim. So if I succeed, she also has frag grenades, by the way. I'm considering maybe throwing one of those instead, because I could. Oh, you know what? Screw it. Frag grenade. What am I doing? Frag grenade, baby. No, I got
What
excited.
were you saying?
I got excited. First off, frag grenade's only area 1 inch. And so no matter where I put it, I would only be able to get one of your guys. Second off, it's not as scary as your grenade. It's not about damage. It's about suppressing. So it would help a couple of them to not be able to take an action. But this is not the right time for it. So back to the shotgun. I forgot to actually get 1 more die because it has the Storm 1 special rule. So if I'm within half the distance, I get 1 extra die. I'm really hoping I don't biff this like I have in some of my other rolls.
It'll be fine.
Need 6s, and I'd really like the blue to be 6. Okay, we got 1 there. And okay, we got 3 total. What's your endurance on him?
So normally endurance is 3, but I am in a radiation zone. So
you're
it's down to 2.
Oh, so I think you're dead already. So I just did 4, and so I do an injury. And how many hit points do you have?
My nameless waster has 1.
So that is just an injury, so they're taken out. So that's incapacitated, so that is 2 points for me. Drool? What's Drool gonna do?
Drool is heading up and over this way. I'm just gonna go tuck in right here.
Just expose yourself, draw some fire?
And yep.
Not in that way.
I didn't say that.
Nash is just gonna move up and search the final stash. What do we got? What do we got? What do we need? Oh, it's radioactive.
Uh-oh.
Radioactive. It's not even 18. It's so close to being able to get a rare chem. I'll go for caps and parts then. So that's going to affect both of these guys. I didn't realize that you had this line of sight right through there.
I tried to warn you.
You never said anything about that.
I
It's okay.
literally was like, hey, how we... Okay,
It's
sure.
fine. It's fine. Just throw your grenade. Have some fun. It's your teddy
I'm
bear
going
full of like pheromones that get the animals to come attack me.
Exactly.
So where are you going to throw it?
It's basically going to land right by his feet right here.
Yeah, and it's a 3-inch area, so it's going to hit
Which-
both of them. It's
No
fine.
problem.
It's fine. And it's what, 4 dice?
This is a 4 dice, and I'm using my agility, so I'm looking for 5s.
Yeah. 1,
Okay.
2, 3. Well, that's going to kill the one guy.
And
'Cause-
then
'cause
throwing
of
in the
the-
extra. Yep.
So 4. All right, so it's gonna injure them both.
And that is going to key off the maim as well.
So it's gonna injure them both, which will incapacitate him. And it's going to injure her, and you have maim, which is gonna harm her. So she loses a hit point, so she's down to 1 hit point, and she is harmed. Dusty, with the missile launcher, is just going to take the second action, move over here. You can move through your own models. Any terrain features that are an inch or less also don't slow you down.
Ruckus is going to go. I'm going to be moving up to here. It does get me into the zone, but I'm going to slap a pistol shot over there next.
Ouch. Out in the open, maim will mean you'll have 5 dice. What do you gotta roll?
5s.
So,
Just the 1.
just 1. But that's enough for a harm. That's a nice thing. As long as you hit, you're guaranteed to do at least a harm. We forgot to do a confusion test. So when you took out my wasteland dude, my waster, I have to make a confusion test for every model within 3. If I fail it, they suffer a fatigue. If they're already exhausted, then they actually run. Now I can choose to have them run no matter what. So it's a 2 intelligence test. Now her intelligence is 5. So one of these needs to be 5 or less. Now I know I could replace these with luck dice, but it doesn't matter in this case. So I fail. So she either needs to run, or I have there's a bunch of ploys, which are once per game things. And one of them that we both have access to is to pass a confusion test that you failed. But I don't want to do that. You know what, I'm just gonna have her run. Although, yeah, she's already harmed, she's already injured. And in a normal game where we would be worrying about injuries, it would be a good choice for her to run. But you do get a point for her running, instead of the 3 for taking her out. Okay, correction. It's not a ploy, it's mentats. It's one of the chems.
Which you could have gotten access to with one of your ploys, so.
I have a ploy that lets me get access to chems. 25 caps worth of chems.
Addict.
Yeah, should have done that before. After all of that, I realized I'm in trouble. I'm starting to understand the game more, and I realized there's a flamethrower right here, but I thought, I'm safe. But I realized, wait, there's a ploy where you could recover fatigue, and then you could just come out, and you could flamer all 4 of these guys, because it's a 2-inch blast, or area, and I'm in big trouble.
Now, without there being a ploy, I'll point out that
I know,
I've
you
got
could
the
do that next
priority
turn
anyways,
anyways,
so,
and I
yeah.
forgot about that as well. So I just grouped all these guys in the perfect spot. So I have this sacrificial waster. She is going to be my savior in this case, because I am going to enact one of my special ploys for the operators, which is to get 25 caps worth of chems.
Ooh.
One of those will be Jet, which does the same thing as the ploy, like it recovers the fatigue.
Yep.
And then with the
But
other
then you'll have another, yeah.
and with
chem
the
you
other
can
10 caps, I'm going to get a stim pack, because the stim pack recovers harm.
take. Nice.
And I feel that I could also get a Mentat to auto pass the confusion, but I feel like recovering harm will be more helpful. So I'm then going to use the Jet on her, and then her action is just going to be to walk over here. And I'm going to carefully measure this off camera to basically make sure that you can't get out to there, because right now this is higher than an inch, so you'd have to pop around. Now you could just still pop around and next turn come get me, but it's less guys in this case, and so I'm not as concerned. Sorry, Bryn. You're being sacrificed to the flamer gods.
What's your name, friend?
So yeah, you got your flamer. You're just like, okay, you want to walk up to me?
Yeah, all right.
Flame
Janko, do flame on.
Flame on. So obviously you want to put it like right here, right? And
No,
hit all your own guys?
you know, I could put it even further back, maybe.
Yeah. 4 dice, needing 5s.
Oh, so you're fine.
That's just a harm. Like once you learn how the damage system works, it actually goes pretty darn fast. It's like, oh, you didn't roll high enough, so it's just gonna be a harm. Nice and easy. Viga with a baseball bat, it's just gonna do a move. Just one action.
Tug will go now, and I'm just gonna shuffle a little bit. I'm not going too far. I'm just, Tug's gonna hang out right there.
Okay, Tug. Jeff is gonna activate. Now he's got a pistol. He could fire it twice because I'm in range, because it has fast, but I kind of want to get in a better position. So I'm gonna move up and then fire at whoever this guy is.
That is, of course, no, I lost it.
Doesn't matter. So I need 4s or less. Could kill you, but not likely. Definitely not likely. So I'm not even gonna bother rolling more. Oh, there you go, I did another one. So 1, it's just a harm. I needed to get 4.
You've harmed me once again.
Yeah.
Wretch will go, and I'm just gonna position myself over here for no apparent reason.
And then we'll activate Viga again, and she's just going to move up to here. Now I could choose to engage you. There is no charge action, although by moving in and then attacking, you do get bonuses. But in this case, I wouldn't be able to attack. But I'm going to try.
You're building up steam for the wind-up.
Yeah, because the bats have wind-up, which gives them 2 extra dice instead of 1 when you charge. But that does leave me a little more open to get shot at with a shotgun. And lastly, we got Snarls.
Go, Snarls!
Go, little Snarls.
I'm just gonna go
with
up
his
to
sledgehammer.
Yep.
Is he a champion too? Is he a top
nope.
dog?
Nope, he is not.
Just a regular dude with a sledgehammer.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it. That's everybody. So that's the end of the first round. Whew, brain. Round 2. Bam. You get to go first automatically, and my brain hurts.
Does it?
Yeah.
Vex?
This scenario is very straightforward. It's just about hurting each other. So Vex, hey, where are you going?
Don't worry about it.
No, I mean like you can't pass in my
What do you mean?
control area.
Oh.
I have a guy right there.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I have a control area, and you can't, and it goes away if you engage me. So you can't just pass by me without engaging me.
Well then.
So.
I'm a
so-
silly goose. And
No,
I'll
it's
go
an
jump in the
inch.
pond.
Now, mind you, you lose your control area. Oh wait, actually, I think the control area.
Oh.
Well, hold on, let me double check. Yeah, sorry, it's not control area. Control area is your charisma, and that's where you can do stuff with other guys. Whereas with like shoot together or move together. Whereas your proximity is whether you're engaged or not, and that's an inch.
Yes.
Second action, you're going to throw a predator grenade right there. Yikes. So agility 5.
Ready?
Yeah.
Get him
no,
heated
no
up.
crits. No
Ugh.
crits. No crits.
Oh.
Only 1 success.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Yeah, it's a bit of a dud, but you still managed to harm 3 individuals. Well, I'm going to return the favor.
Do it.
Missile launcher is going to fire right into the middle and hit all 4 of you. I just choose a point that I can see, and it doesn't matter line of sight from that point. Everything within 3 inches is hit, so it'll be all 4 of them. So we're looking at 6 dice. And it does not get bonus dice no matter what. So even though you have a couple guys with harm on them, it does not affect this. Any area weapons, that's how they work. I need 4s. Oh, good. Okay, so I got 3, possibly 4. So 1 second. Nope. 4 would have been beautiful. I'm assuming that most of your guys are going to be endurance 4. Do you have any endurance 3 guys in there?
I do not.
Well, dang it. And I can't even use the ploy to reroll. So all of them will get 2 harm.
Okay.
So that's going to knock some of them up to 3. I'll just push that one over there. So they'll become 3, and those will be at 2. I'm going to take my second action and not group together with everybody else. He's got the missile launcher. You think he would know.
We are going to go second wind, so I'm going to recover fatigue.
So that is a once per game ploy. So you've used your ploy,
As have I. And I'm just going to whip another grenade.
Well, I'm glad the missile launcher dude walked away. So you're just going to hit these 2? Or are you going to hit these
goal.
2?
I want to hit those 2.
Want to keep harming. Need 5s. You want to really see the blues get 5s.
And it is area, so I don't think I get extra dice for the harm.
You cannot. Oh, again.
Dang.
You still got the 1, though. That sucks. That was actually, in that
That's
case,
rough.
Yeah, you threw it twice. Didn't even get 0, so you get the extra experience. Cole is going to activate and do a move, but he's going to bring Jeff along with him. So we're just going to, we're going to go into this guy, because he's got wind up on the sledgehammer, right?
He does, yeah.
So he likes to charge in, and I got wind up on my bat. So I'm going to do a move and have him come along with me, because he was in the control area. And then I will attack. I'll do a brawl. So the baseball bat is normally 3 dice with 2 luck, and then it has wind up, so on the charge, or it's not a charge technically, it's when I move in and fight in the same turn, I get 2 extra instead of 1. And then I have 1 person helping me. And you've already got 2 harm on you.
Yep.
Boy. We got lots of dice needing 4s. I would really like to get 4s in the blue dice as well, although maybe I'll just kill you. We do get a crit, but not a great roll. What's your endurance on this
4.
guy? So I need to get 1 more. How many? Does he only have 1 hit point?
Yep, that's just a psycho.
Okay, so if I roll 1 more 4 or less, I just take him out. That's a
You're
1.
good.
I got him. So I don't have to worry about the suppress. He is just incapacitated.
And I gotta take some checks.
Yeah, it looks like you have 2 guys who have to do confusion, and neither of them are your leader, right?
Correct.
Because that's him. He's the natural leader, which he auto passes confusion, and people can use his intelligence
Within
if
a
they're
certain distance.
within his charisma. So intelligence 3 on him, so you have to roll 1 or... Okay, so he's not confused, and then intelligence 4. Oh, look at
that.
you, double whammy. Now, technically, I think we're supposed to throw luck dice in there, but you only needed 1 pass, and there's no crit effect.
We're gonna do the shotgun off of a wretch there into your unlucky waster.
The one that I ran out front?
Yeah,
That's
indeed.
what I want her to do, so I'm happy about this, Josh.
Good.
Lots of dice from Storm and out in the
Perception
open.
4.
You need to roll 3 4s. You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
No, no problem.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Alakablam!
Nobody's within 3 inches, no confusion here. Well, Viga's gonna go next. She's just going to...
Be brave, wretch, be brave.
Yeah, I got a baseball bat. She's not very strong. I need 3s.
Okay.
Hey! 1, 2. What's your endurance on this one, by the
4.
way? Okay, so the extra one doesn't matter. Oh, it got 3, though. So that's gonna be a harm. And it's got suppress. What suppress does, in my case, it's suppress 1. You roll that many dice, the opponent does, and you need to get equal to or under your intelligence of 4. You did not.
Nope.
And for everyone that you fail, you suffer a fatigue. So that goes from fatigued to exhausted. Now, if you were already exhausted, it has no further effect. Now the scary part for both of us.
Janko moves on up.
Flamer coming here. Flame on. Does a flamer have maim?
No, I think it's just ignite.
So it does more damage, possibly?
Yep.
Okay. So obviously firing it right into the middle of them. The extra harm won't help you here. This is scary. You need 5s.
Show me 5s!
Oh, you got the ignite.
Woo!
You got 3 of them already. This could actually spell some nasty stuff.
There we go, I got 4.
Oh my. So immediately she's going to be gone. It's going to be, he'll automatically pass the confusion test. I don't need to keep track of that because he's got natural leader. For him, on the other hand, he's got endurance of 5, and you just did 4. But it's ignite 3, so I have to roll 3 dice, and I need to get all 3 of them equal to or lower to my agility. Otherwise, I will suffer an injury. So if I roll 3, 5, or lesses, then I suffer a harm. Otherwise, I suffer an injury. So definitely an injury. So he's down to 2 hit points. So ouch. Reeve Malone! He's gonna fire his plasma pistol first at your champion right here. Lots of dice because of your harm, looking for 5s. Really want the critical here because I could just one-shot you because the plasma has meltdown, which can, when somebody has a lot of harm on them already, could just kill them. So, well, we get those 2. Oh my goodness. Oh wait, never mind. It was not as good as I thought. So we got 2, 3 so far, 4. What's your endurance on him?
It is endurance 4.
So that's an injury already. He's got 2 hit points though, right?
Yep.
And we do the critical. So you're going to make a 2 endurance test. And remember, you can substitute your luck in there. This is important because it's a 2 endurance test. And the reason that's important is because if you roll less number of successes than your current harm, you are just removed from play.
Gross.
And that's why you need the luck. So you basically need to get both of these plus another one. What's your endurance?
Endurance 4.
So
oh, it's great. He's fine.
No. Yeah, so he's gone. So he melts down. But
and then...
I think, I don't know, you check that for confusion.
Because what is it, within
3 inches?
Yeah, I'll do it there.
And not there.
Good over there.
So confusion test on this guy again, which is 2 intelligence. We know his was 3, I believe. He's got to just pass one of them.
Sounds about right.
Only has to pass one of them. And he does.
Great.
Now you do get an experience for that. Now, interestingly, as we've looked at this, I thought I was like missing something, but you learn experience mainly from bad things happening to you.
That's true to life.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it's true. The first time you fail a test, you get an experience. The first time a champion gets incapacitated, you get an experience. And then if you complete your goals, which is like a story-oriented thing, you get them as well. But there's not actually, you don't get experience for killing guys. And you'll see why afterwards. You don't need a lot of experience to upgrade guys. The plasma pistol has fast, so for my second action, I'm going to fire it again. This time into this dude who just won't run away. So I'll just shoot him. Although I kind of want to shoot your flamer.
do it.
But I'm not likely to kill the flamer.
I'm going to keep setting you on fire, making fun of you.
That's fine. The fire doesn't seem to be doing much. No, I'm looking for maximum
Dang
carnage.
it.
I'm going for the guy in the middle. Nice try. Okay, thanks to your harm, I got 6 dice. I need 5s. We got the meltdown. We got 2 of them so far. I get 2 more dice. You do have endurance 4, so if I manage to roll 2 more 5 or lesses, I just take them out. I don't. So that's a harm right away. And then he's got to do a 2 endurance test and get at least 3 successes.
Oh.
Yeah, it goes through. So you're going to have to pass both and then pass again. You don't.
No.
So he is melted down.
Okay.
So he's
So I got
incapacitated.
to take a check over there then.
And we got an 2 intelligence check on him. And his intelligence is probably something. Why don't you just roll?
Probably
Just
about
roll.
4.
Just roll.
Nope.
Okay. So if you roll fast and you just roll 1s or 10s, you know you're done. So he's gone, and the other one runs away. Not so brave now, are ya?
Let's have Grits just take a little walk up. And I will pop a shot at, you know what, this guy, is one of these 2 a champion?
No. These are nobodies.
Okay.
These are just my scavers.
Well, I'll shoot at the one that has still an activation.
You know what? No, you're not going to. This guy's going to jump in the way.
Sure.
So if there is a model blocking another model, I can choose to have him be the target instead.
Okay.
So Cole is going to take the shot so that Jeff possibly can do something.
I am looking for 3s.
Okay, that's a harm. He's harmed. That leaves, so there's no chance of suppression, basically. That leaves Jeff free now to go. I'm going to fire the 10mm pistol at your flamethrower. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to be smarter than that, because you get to go first next turn. I'm just going to move. Look at that, genius. Oh wait, no, you can just move away 2 inches and then fire your flamethrower.
Look at that genius.
But you don't have heavy on the flamethrower, right? So you can fire it twice in the same turn.
Flamethrower is heavy, yeah.
It is heavy.
It is heavy.
Oh, okay, so that doesn't really accomplish anything. So I'm going to stay there and just fire the pistol out.
Okay.
Looking for 4s. Oh,
Oh, geez.
what's your endurance?
I am endurance 4.
Are you a champion?
Yes.
Okay. So I won't bother rolling the extra dice then. So you just take an injury. No harm. Just injury. Jeez Louise, that was good.
Okay, Vera, go. Caw.
I'm all done, by the way. So you just
You just keep activating?
keep activating until you're done. Or you can pass, or you can choose a retreat.
Oh, those are all viable options. I'll shoot the guy in the back again.
Fine, I'll let the guy in the back get hit this time.
Okay.
Looking for 3s. And you got 2, so that's a harm.
There we go.
Harmed. Who's next?
We're gonna send the boss man in.
With the Deathclaw Gauntlet, does it have wind up too?
It does have wind up, yeah.
So
How'd you know?
Because you mentioned it before.
That's fair.
So he gets 2 extra dice for charging instead of 1.
Looking
a lot
for
of dice.
Yep, 5s.
And you got your crit. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you already got me.
Yeah.
Because my endurance is only 4, but you would have treated it as 3 because you have Pierce. And you would get to roll more dice. So that is 1 injury automatically. So, boop.
What does your friend have to say about it?
He might be confused. Intelligence? Failed. He's confused. Wait, actually, I can use... Well, let me double check. So my charisma is only 5, so I'm just out of range. So, all confused, he runs. Made a mistake back here. When that guy got confused, he didn't have to run. You could choose to have him run.
I had harm on him is what I got confused by.
He had harm. Okay, so he can just get 1 fatigue. So he can still go.
Nameless Waster. He's gonna come around here. And get ready for revolver.
You weren't enough? Oh, I guess you didn't really have anything to fight with in close combat. No. There's no penalty for firing into close combat. If you're firing through your own guy, then I would not be out in the open, but that's it. Need 3s?
Looking for 3s.
1!
Ha!
I am harmed. And then you got the guy that did not run away.
Yes, that turns out did not.
But he did lose an action, so
I
it
was a
does
big
stop him
coward.
from charging or getting really close.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna kind of tuck him in over here.
And that is round 2. Play round 3. Boss man,
Ruckus will go, and I'm just gonna fire the 10mm pistol at you.
need 5s. And you get 1.
1.
That's no harm. You want to fire it again? It is fast.
I will go ahead and fire it again, yeah. So looking for 5s.
And you get 1,
I got
2,
3 so
3.
far.
And the extra won't matter. I have a 5 endurance. So you got 4. No critical effect on that, but I would suffer a harm, but you can't have more than 3 normally. So I suffer an injury instead. So he's down to 1 hit point. We're going for glory. We're going to move. Flamer versus Flamer. I've got a shish kebab. So it's a sword that I light on fire as I come in. Because that, makes sense. I need 5s. Okay, we got the ignite.
Yeah.
The extra dice won't matter. So that's gonna, I got 2. So that's gonna give you a harm. And ignite actually might matter. Because I got 2. So you're gonna roll 2 dice. And what's your agility?
The agility on guy there is 5.
So if you roll both of them higher than 5, he's out. He's fine. Essentially what that was doing is everyone that you got higher in your agility adds 1 damage. So if I got it to 4 damage, that would have been your endurance. You would have taken another injury, and you only had 1 hit point left.
That does make sense.
Sorry, I forgot I was going to use the stim pack on him at the same time.
Stim pack? How fancy are you?
Because I'm the operator's baby. So I'm going to drop 2 of his harm. Over here, you're just going to turn around.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to...
Yeah, back away. It's a 2-inch move to back away, and then just sawed off shotgun to my face.
Yep.
Need 4s. No crit. You got 1, so it's just a harm. Wow, that was bad. I'm a harmed. Okay, well now that I'm out of combat, I'm gonna charge back in and hit you with a baseball bat. Need 3s. We got. Oh golly.
Oh geez.
What's your endurance?
The endurance there is...
I got 4. I got 4. Are you a champion?
Nope.
Well then, get lost. And are you within 3 inches of these? I guess there's 2. I don't think you're gonna be in 3 inches of. Nope. And no. You don't confuse anybody. They just watch you die from a baseball bat. They're like, whatever. It's another day in the wasteland. Then you're gonna aim the revolver. So aiming's only an action that you can take with weapons that have the aim.
Show me 3s.
Well, you got 1, 2 of them. That's a harm. I'm gonna live forever. Dusty with a missile launcher. We're gonna move to here so that we can see this spot right here. And I might hit my own guy. I'm okay with that. And double checked, actually, I can choose a spot right there and it does not hit my own guys. It just hits your 2. Need 4s. Hey, we got our maim. So basically only got 2 and then maybe a 3rd. Doesn't matter. So it's just gonna do 2 harm to each of these. So I think that kills this one.
I believe it does.
Because you only have 1 hit point on that guy. So it gets from the 3rd and then the 4th will take him out. Nobody's within 3 to be confused. And this one just goes from 1 harm to 3. So next little love tap and the flamer's gone. Janko, your flamer!
Yep, just gonna step back there.
And then woof, point blank.
Indeed.
You need 5s.
Only 5s.
You go, whoa, no.
Oh.
Roll 2 more dice. If you get both of these as 5s, you take me out. Oh, so close. Although you might still take me out.
Ignite.
Because you got 4 you got 4 of them. And you need a 5th one to do another injury, which would take me out. So I'm going to roll 3 dice. If I fail any agility, you got me. Agility 5. You got me. So you took out my leader. And that's turn 3. The turns are getting faster, Josh.
Much faster.
But I'm not retreating.
Yeah, no, I appreciate your stick-to-itiveness.
Well, it's because you get less story actions after the game if you retreat.
And we know that this is, I can't remember what the rule is, but we're not really worried about injuries.
The first game that we play, there's no injuries. I have no idea how many points we have left, but it is now turn 4. We are definitely close to the same number of points.
Janko's going to take a stroll.
Fine. Come closer. And then flame on.
Indeed.
Need 5s. You got, oh no. Oh wait, I'm still at full health, so you're not going to kill me with this.
Yep. Well, I got...
You got 4.
And then ignite.
Which won't matter. Yeah, I've got 4 endurance, so you got 4. Ignite could add 3 more, but you got to double out my endurance just to knock me out. So it's a good hit, but it's just a harm. I should easily be able to finish you off. And so I'm just going to try to do that. Because otherwise, your pistol could double shot. And, oh, I know, I got 2 hit points. I'm trying to go for maximum carnage here. Because this guy's in trouble. So, yeah, you know what? I'm going to take a chance and not fire with my missile launcher. Because you don't have any ploys left. You have no way to regain any of your fatigue here. So we're going to do the brain move. And we're going to charge here. But it just means, like, I've got the 3 harm. Or you know what? I'm going to be, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to shake harm. And then I'm going to run. I'm going to move over here. Like this. No, like this. Get some cover.
Sure.
So if you decide to aim, that's fine, but at least I won't be on the open. Oh, wait, no. I'm going to go even further so those rifles can't see me. Oh, wait. No, the pistol can see me. I'm going to go over here.
Sure.
I don't know.
Let's do it. Ruckus going to double tap.
Need 5s. He doesn't have suppress on these, right?
He does not.
Okay, good.
I can't get enough to...
Yeah, that's just going to be a harm. Add 1 more die.
Up to double tap.
And,
Ooh, bad roll.
But it's just 1. So I do suffer an injury. So I have 1 hit point left. And then I'm going to fire a missile launcher. And then I'm going to run away. So I don't, hopefully can get far enough away so you can't see me. As long as one of these dice is 4 or less, I take out your champion. Oh! Woo! I was like, no! Yes! Get lost. And then I'm going to measure this because I am going to have to go up and over because my base is not big enough. So way back there, outside of his effective range, you're going to take a shot. All you have to do is get 1 single hit.
Let's see if Vera can, long bomb a shot.
Yeah, I've got 3 harm on me, so... Oh, maybe I should have stayed where I was and just... Yeah, too late. It's fine. Yeah, I should have stayed where I was and just... Yeah, so you got me. Because if all I did was stay where I was, you probably were out of the effective range anyways.
Yeah.
And I would have been able to go down to 1 harm. You could fire, pass, fire, pass, fire. So you probably would still get me no matter what. And then I think that's it, right? You have no way to really shoot at this guy.
Well, I could move and take a shot probably.
Yeah, but I've only got 1 harm.
The other one.
Okay, well, you might as well try. So why don't you start with this one? Or
well, I'm just gonna get these ones into position.
Yeah, so neither of them can do anything.
I can't get line of sight, but I can double tap with a pipe pistol.
No, you can't. Because that one has aim, not fast.
Well, I can...
No, you're right. You
don't
can
have
shoot.
any activations left.
You just can't aim if you want to shoot twice. Okay. Hey, you need 3s?
I'm gonna get 5 dice total here. You're out in the open and you're harmed.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, that's 1 harm. So you have a good chance to do it because you have Pierce. And if you manage to actually roll the crit, it would make my endurance only 2.
Yeah.
And that means you only need 2 successes.
Do it again.
Ah, you did it.
There it is.
There's the Pierce, assuming you got 1 other hit. You did, okay.
Yeah.
Just gone. So that's the rest of my warband. Think you're gonna win. So these are the guys that were taken out, and these were the ones that ran away. So you get 2 points for each one of these except for champions. And there's 2 champions in there. So that's 14, 15, 16, and then 1 point for each of these, 17, 18. And...
you've got 7 total there.
And how many are champions? 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
So it's 14, 15, 16. So you win. 18 to 16.
Very good.
It is your victory. For the scenario, the winner gets 2d10 caps. Oh, 18 caps. Also, because it's our first game, we have other stuff. We each get to choose a location and stake a claim, and then make that our home turf. And then we start our quests, our tier 1 quests. So technically, we don't even get to do our tier 1 stuff this game. But and we skip the treat the wounded step. Now we both can technically stake a claim in the same one, but that sounds boring. So Josh was the winner. I'll let him choose which one he wants. What do you want?
Safari Adventure.
That's right. You like the animals.
Yeah.
And then I will choose the World of Refreshment, because that's where you make the most money from everybody by overcharging them food. Oh. And now there is the fun part. This is really what we're all here for. Not necessarily you guys, because you like watching the game, but the people who play the game love typically the campaign stuff afterwards.
People love the campaign stuff too. The viewers always do.
I know. I'm just saying, like, I like to get through the game just so I can do this part of it. I enjoy the game too, of course. So we have a few things that we're supposed to do. First is treat the wounded. This is where you check for injuries, but we're skipping that for the first one. Resolving story outcomes. In this case, there is no. We already did that with the control. And then we have clear chems. So any of the non-rare chems are gone because we use them. The reason for it is that we use them up between missions because, you know, we're a bunch of drug addict gangers. So, and we got story actions. So you get 2 story actions, but then you could get more. If you retreat, you lose 1. If you fight on your home turf, which neither of us did, you gain 1. And if there's a difference in tier, you gain a number of actions equal to the difference. Next, we would check if we complete a quest, but we're just starting that. And after that, we have story actions. So like I said, we have 2 each in this case. Neither of us have any ways to get more. And story actions are like recuperating. So you can try to get rid of serious injuries on champions. You can recruit new guys. You can barter, so you can just go and try to get some more money. You can scout locations, and you can use these scout points later to help you in games. You can upgrade guys, and you can modify weapons. So like, for example, we have 2 story actions. And so I could say I'm going to do the modify weapons, and I can modify any number of weapons that I want as long as I have the parts. And then I could say I'm going to do crew training, and I can upgrade any number of guys as long as I have the XP for it. So let's decide what we're going to do now. For your first story action, you're going to upgrade Ruckus, your alpha.
Yes.
So you're going to roll 2 dice. You're going to pick one, unless they're the same. So
3?
10 and 3. So you can increase his perception by 1, or you can upgrade his luck or health by 1. That is powerful.
That's really good. I'm
So which
very
one?
tempted to
Perception,
just go
luck, or
health. Okay, let me look at this.
Going for health?
Gonna go for health.
So he's up to 4 health now. Reeve Malone, not to be outdone, will also upgrade. 5 and a 9. So it's choose charisma or choose one above. So I won't be able to do luck, but I can do anything that's not luck or health. I'm gonna give him +1 agility, bring it to 6, because that's what he uses for his plasma pistol. And we'll add 9 to his gang rating. Then I'm gonna take the story action to upgrade weapons. I'm gonna upgrade my plasma pistol and my missile launcher. The plasma pistol will gain Ignite 2, which has a chance of doing more damage, higher damage. And the missile launcher will gain Suppress 2. So not only does it do extra harm when it does criticals, but it also possibly makes them suffer fatigue.
Then for the upgrading my weapons, the Deathclaw Gauntlet is going to gain Maim. And then we're going to add an extra die to the Flamer.
And Maim is the one where if you get a critical, you do an extra harm. And that's the end of episode 1. I hope you enjoyed that. We are going to be playing more Fallout factions in the weeks to come. Total of 4 games just to try out this, a little bit of Nuka World. Obviously going to play more than 4 games and really to be able to get through a full campaign or to retire your gang.
You'll get to see at least 4 of our games.
Yes, exactly. Anyways, I'll see you in the next episode. Happy wargaming.